Equestria LA panel 2017.
Yeah!
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a first of many.
Give that man a cookie.
I thought it was tendies.
Give him 10 because I can do it.
Oh, right.
So you just happen to have. I'm more concerned if you had a cookie on you. That's why.
It's like, oh, you do.
I guess the better question is, why wouldn't I? Where was it?
Anyway, welcome.
The real question is,
So,
introduction.
should we have the door closed or should we?
Okay.
Do we want the door closed?
I'd close the door.
I'll close one of them.
Close one of them, we'll leave one.
Close one of the doors.
I got it.
Thanks, Ed.
Alright.
Introduction. I'm DGaribalde. I'm the live steam railroader of the Railroad Bronies. That's me when I had long hair.
Then
That's my fry shape.
That's a Carlo.
That's Carl.
Greetings. Spiral Force, one of the founders of the RB.
The most
You thank me
famous.
for that amazing picture right there.
Why did you even pick this? I don't know. If anybody recognizes this image, I give you props. If anybody recognizes this with the blue jacket, back in the first announcement, oh, come on. Why? Why did you pick this one for me?
I'll say something about it.
Okay, how do I explain this? Somebody caught me off guard with both. Actually, no, the second one image with the Stein steam locomotive on the right hand side. That's just me being dumb. I'm sorry. The other one was caught off guard. Whoever did that, you gotta sleep with one eye open.
That was me. I took the picture of you dabbing.
I did that on purpose. The second one.
I told you to dab.
Anyway, this is the nonsense that we do because of our love for well, more me.
This is me at the flyer.
Tiny changes.
I'm a bit of a diesel freak, even though AJ doesn't get diesels. Figures.
No. Also remember, hometown buffet. Like.
That guy's
This is Steam Tank over here.
yeah, I'm Steam Tank.
I'm
the awesome one.
He's the responsible one for all this. For starting it off. that comes later.
Yes, that comes later.
Yeah.
What is it?
What is
That is a good
I did
question.
that.
And that's me.
Eric Buffershaft.
I'm Buffershaft.
Senor the Buffer.
My real name is Alex, and they caught me by surprise when they took that picture.
Oh yeah.
And I work in the model railroad industry.
No, that's my
No, that's somebody else. That ain't my jacket.
someone's hat.
And that was us on one of our adventures. That's one of the things that we really love doing. We really like getting together and making plans and doing stuff like this.
We go
Can I
on.
do interject?
Yeah.
The one in the hut, the one in the middle, puppy, the hunter pup is
Chrysalis over here.
It's Maggie Chrysalis.
and then the one in the middle, the other middle, looking kind of odd is me.
Our boy,
Campbell
our boy.
Swift. I'm not much of a railroad brony, but I'm basically in charge of, not in charge, but I'm the emissary for the Long Beach and Beach Cities area, since they all live in north of nowhere.
Away from your area.
You look kind of grim.
Okay.
Oh God.
Everybody knows this scene well. The moment she announced that she wanted a pet, right? How she excited, how she was. I was maybe the first brony among all of us, and I got him into the show, but he was in denial. The moment he announced that he actually liked the show, this exact scene right there is pretty much a carbon copy. Well, I dragged him into this the moment he said he liked the show.
It's true. It's true. It went exactly like that.
One word, no, 2 words. Sonic Rainbow. That's what got him.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay.
So these are some of our original founders photos. The one on the left is the first one we ever really took with the three of us together. That's the
Pomona
Southern
Museum.
Pacific 5021 at Pomona Rail Giants. The one next to it is the 4014 Union Pacific Big Boy, which is currently being restored to working order. It's going to be awesome.
Hopefully in 2 years.
Catch us on one of our adventures in 2019.
We'll explain that later. This is one of the first brony meetups at Barstow, all the way in the middle of nowhere.
That was forever.
We went nowhere just to go nowhere.
There are
Because we're going nowhere.
He knows, you were there.
in Barstow.
Barstow's known for their famous ex-Santa Fe, now BNSF train yard. It's pretty much what the city was built on. And since it's a giant train yard, we went there and decided, why not make a meetup?
And it has a Harvey House too.
Which is a historical building.
Working order Harvey
House. Well, it's more of a museum now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
These are like they're actually doing like reenactments, but still that would be.
They got books on it.
That angle picture of the Harvey House is behind you.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, you can check it out that area. Check it out. It's amazing.
Okay.
I like this one with you, Spiral.
That's just me just being me. Don't
That's why
question me.
Carlo is the face of the Railroad.
Draw me like a French train.
There's you in the bottom there, John, with the face of what? And there's steam tank, literally in a fireman's steam seat.
In the fireman's seat.
Whatever.
I got lucky on that one.
They actually invited him up there. Normally, you really can't get in the cab without permission.
Our advice on that one is our advice on that one is all you have to do is ask. You never know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. This is an official photo from a Brony Tale. We went to the premiere of a Brony Tale. It was at the Silent Movie Theater in West Hollywood.
Yeah, it was Hollywood.
Which is sadly closing
There's
down.
Miss Ashley Ball.
Yeah.
You almost fainted seeing Ashley Ball.
You did.
Oh, look at me again.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of.
Almost.
Exactly. That showed up, but this was our final. This was our final turnout.
Hey, look, there you are, Ken.
It's me again.
It's actually made it into the nightly round.
Wait, I passed out. Yeah, you passed out.
If anybody knows Fullerton, which is like pretty much next door in a way, it's every year almost they have this Fullerton Rail Days, a celebration of all trains, and they usually have a steam locomotive there at 3751, and that is basically our core group of the Railroad Bronies. You have the founders in there and stuff.
Also, some of our auxiliary members. There's Marissa on the right.
There you have Mark,
Griff on the left. Griffin.
all the way to the left, Griff. The one in the dead middle, you have our good friend Michael
Michael
Petey.
Petey.
I'm right there sitting in the background.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
I'm sitting there looking like a dork.
So aren't you? That's actually my job, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's like a dog.
Yay! Okay.
Steamers. This is his department.
The Los Angeles Life Steamers, the one in Griffith Park. Not the one with the big trains. This is the small trains you can actually sit on. Actually more fun
They're
at the
actually
museum.
open Sundays from 11 a.m. to 3 for actual public rides.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Christmas.
I'm supposed to say that.
Jerry, this is your turf.
Yeah, it's LALS, Los Angeles Life Steamers. You're right, they're right next to Traveltown, the smaller ones that you
Too
just
bad
Traveltown
shut down.
I used to visit
Really?
all the time when I was a kid.
No, Traveltown nowadays,
No, it's not shutting
we like
down.
to refer to it as a boneyard.
Yeah, nobody really
You know
goes
that
there.
now, all the trains that you used to see as a kid, they're all rusting and it's actually kind of
And
sad.
then you guys are not connected with them, right? You're kind of your own thing.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, I actually used to volunteer for them.
Oh, really?
It's like a small
Yeah.
example of what we do sometimes. Oftentimes we do night rounds of shooting. Why? I blame this guy here. But we do run trains even at night.
We have been known to go out at about 2, 3 in the morning to just start downtown.
Remember, we have work next day.
I work late, so I get off at midnight.
And
for some
these
reason,
guys-
he's always up because he doesn't sleep.
And I'm there along, and I'm like, these guys like, hey, want to go visit Commerce? I'm like, let me get my camera, let's go.
Hey, who wouldn't want to go to Mojave 3 a.m. in the morning?
That's you, not me.
I don't want to
I
go.
want to live.
We are that crazy. We have been known to go to
I mean,
Mojave
okay.
at 3 in the morning just to go to Denny's out.
There's Mecca and me and the ghost of Will sitting behind there in the car. That's a long exposure photography, and he just moved a lot, so
Yeah.
I do have some Railroad Bronies after this, so.
we have a Q&A in the end and stuff.
Yeah, we'll have a
I
Q&A.
just noticed that image was reversed.
There you go.
Wasn't this like in a just a random night run? Was this a
No,
whole
this was
meetup?
the spring meet. This was
Yeah, this is
just,
spring.
Was it this year or last year?
this was this year.
Every 6 months, LALS has a meet, usually in the fall and in the spring.
Oh yeah.
We usually go to both of those. For more info on when they have those, visit their website at lals.org.
It is close to the public, sadly, but that's why we have Gary to help us out here.
Well, actually, there's a secret to that.
Oh,
with
really?
getting into the spring meets, you can actually get into the event. You have to go through the back gate.
Ask nicely.
Ask nicely.
If you ask nicely, they're cool people. They'll probably let you.
Next time there's a meet, let me know.
Okay.
It'll be posted.
This is back at Barstow again at their museum. I wasn't there sadly because I was working. I'm sorry.
Yeah, why one?
We'll repeat this again, but this is like a grand majority of our core group, aka our friends slash family.
It looks a lot colder than it looks.
I was freezing.
It was actually
You were in the desert.
So, you have
I don't remember how cold it was. I don't remember all this.
It looks a lot colder than it is.
I was wearing 3 sweatshirts
Bar
and a
mitzvah.
jacket.
Long story short, heat or cold, they ain't stopping us if it involves trains.
Oh, we always go out to go see him.
Day and night, heat or cold, doesn't matter.
Or rain or snow.
Oh, and the best part about it and stuff, if you stick longer with your hobby, you can find true love. Get that right, honey. She is into pony, but she's right now newly budding rail buff. So she's learning the ways of trains because of us, but she's more like the brains of the group because one of us.
Just to put that out there, we are not crazy about people having to know stuff. If you're interested and you're new or just got into it,
We'll teach you.
welcome.
Like if it makes you stroke your chin, I'm wondering.
You like ponies? Welcome. You like trains? Welcome. You like both? Welcome. If you like one but hating the other, as long as you respect the other half you don't like, you're welcome. Just be mindful of others.
If it's both, welcome to the Royal Equestrian Railways.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Not affiliated with French Express.
Right? I didn't know you could pull to this guy.
Here's a big question. Why? Why is this
Why
a
not?
thing?
Why are Bronies a thing? Why not?
Oh my God!
That's one way to put it.
That acronym literally spells
Next.
And
These are the 3 standards.
Buffers, you handle this.
Yeah.
as Railroad Bronies, we actually do have certain aspects of our hobby and our passions that we adhere to. And we call them the 3 standard gauges of the Railroad Bronies, and we all practice these. One of the things that we do is we're active in the preservation of railroad history, which is going out to these museums, going to these events, taking plenty of photos, keeping track and of actual trains going by and going out and rail fanning, and just so that way people can see it generations from now.
And not see them just like John.
We also go to museums and we help out with and we donate towards them too, and especially LALS.
A second important factor is safety. We're here handling next to giant moving equipment. It's good to take photos. It's good to just be out and enjoy the sight of trains, but don't trespass and don't do anything stupid just for that one photo.
Just be smart and make sure you're
No
following.
photo is worth anything for you if it means your life on the line.
The train you're going to lose.
Like there was a comment we got on one of our videos saying that they thought we were trespassing, and they just thought we were breaking the law by rail fanning at night. They thought we were doing something.
As long as you're a good distance away from the tracks, away from the ballast, that's those fancy rocks that the tracks are, and not anywhere near a no trespassing area or railroad crossings, but far away enough from the tracks, you're okay as long as you do nothing.
I actually got something to add into that safety stuff.
Go for it.
A while back, about like a year and a half ago, me and Spiral did a video of certain rail spotting locations.
Yeah, that's the one.
We had gotten a comment from someone that says it was promoting trespassing, which really it wasn't. There's a scene at the end of that video where I'm actually driving my truck in between 2 trains, but it's actually on a parking lot.
Yeah.
And Railroad Police was present when I was doing that.
That's right.
So
always respect yard police.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You can't get arrested.
Like every police, respect them. If they say move away, move away. But if you're cool, they'll sometimes let you just be in the area, but don't touch, don't do anything stupid, and they're cool with
They're
it.
not trying to keep you from having fun, they're just trying to keep you from losing your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
Next.
The next one is the participation in the model railroad hobby.
It's not just the big trains, it's all the little trains.
This is where you lose all your money.
Yeah, easy.
That's where all the money goes.
Teach your kids model trains, they'll be too poor to afford drugs in the future.
Model railroading.
Aren't we always never mind.
No, but as a group, we belong to certain organizations. Like Garibalde belongs to the LA Live Steamers. Myself, I belong to the Slim Gauge Guild in Pasadena, which we'll be getting into later and talking more about.
We do belong to
We'll
various
save questions
groups.
Save
for later.
questions for after the panel.
We do belong to various groups and various organizations that promote model railroading, and it's just fun.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
There's something about running a small train around, like my
Like your Shinkansen.
Shinkansen E2 Hayate. She runs extremely fast for an N scale, and it's just amusing to watch her go around in circles all day.
That's too fast for
Remember this face. Be safe. You have to face this guy.
Always safety first.
All right. Next. Okay, this is like a few examples that we do whenever we rail fan. This is one of my handiwork here. This is up at the Cajon Pass, midway between what, Barstow and San Bernardino.
This is actually this is between San Bernardino and
Summit.
Victorville.
You're literally like way up high. You're looking
We're
down.
actually at Summit here, like right next to it.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Summit. Next. This is out in West Colton, right way below the San Bernardino area. These are like one of the new examples of Union Pacific's newest General Electric locomotives, the Tier 4s. This is like one of those rare shot moments. We have two special painted locomotive units known as heritage units, tributes to either liveries, anniversaries, or veterans.
Liveries.
Shut up.
The
Word
one
of
in
the day.
The one in the front is the original Amtrak livery when they were first founded in 1971, and the one behind it is that's Amtrak 42. That's a special commemorative veterans unit.
Oh, by the way, honey, that locomotive is your favorite. The one with the nickname for the one in the front, we call it the Bloody Nose. This is one of the night shots down in Main Street, Los Angeles. A Union Pacific special consists passenger train passed by Burbank. I forget where it came from, but somewhere up north. It was still because they were waiting for a crew change, so we managed to catch this at a bridge right across from it.
I think it came from Oakland.
Yeah, it came from Oakland.
Yeah. But they run past the special.
So since it was still, we can get good shots of something you don't see every day. Passenger service for UP.
But the engine doesn't match the console.
It does not. The engine need to slap something new.
Yeah, it
Looking.
should have been a first gen covered.
This is one of the from yes.
This is this was at Fullerton Rail Days last year.
Same thing for the other pictures too.
This is the BNSF train pulling the Santa Fe 3751. With their new system, they got a new PTC system, which is automatic train control for if a driver misses something, it will automatically apply the brakes. And because the steam locomotive doesn't have it, for some reason BNSF likes to slap one of their.
They like to
locomotives
baby
on
the
front.
steam locomotive. You know, she can pull all of them like in one shot.
And basically PTC, what he mentioned earlier, is a new type of technology. It's basically the best way to explain it.
It's almost like an autopilot.
No. It's a passive artificial intelligence that keeps track of other trains that are nearby.
Want to know what that is? Just Google it.
Yep.
This is one of Union Pacific's and Metrolink's events. The locomotive, not the steam locomotive, but the one on the right. Those are Metrolink's newest locomotives, the Tier 4 lines, the F-125s by EMD, and they wanted to pair up with the steam locomotive 3751 to show a piece of history from the past railroading days to today's railroading days. So you have the past and the future meet together side by side. This, I was eating El Pollo Loco inside of a rail yard. Notes.
He was invited.
Pay big money, mind you, but I was invited inside the rail yard of the said steam locomotive, her home in this case. Normally close to the public.
Now, why did you take the picture of the food again?
He just wanted to make you guys
It's not
hungry.
every day you can say you ate Pollo Loco inside of a rail yard.
No, your girlfriend wanted to make sure that you ate some.
So these are one of the night shots that they allowed us to take of the said steam locomotive.
And the donations went towards the preservation of that steam engine too.
And these are some other random shots from this one's from Barstow next. This is one of OERM.
This is ORM. Yeah, this is a Alco A4 switcher. This is a red car in San Pedro.
Basically, what buses were before we even had buses. Sadly, this is not running anymore. Blame the city.
We sometimes Los Angeles.
Sometimes we see
transit system in the world.
Sometimes we see foreign power. CSX usually east. operations, but we see them here. This is an example of a heritage unit, the UP 1998. That's Gary's locomotive.
Hi, Jay. Look how cute it is.
Yeah, this is my friend Alex's train. Not this Alex.
Different Alex.
Different Alex.
This is one of our train layouts. It's an MLP themed train layout.
We just slapped the table, slapped them trains, slapped them pony. Here you go. Let's run some trains.
We do it for every event, and that's my Belgian BR52 with a beer train behind it.
We don't just do American trains. We do everything train.
That's right. You see it? You guys see it?
I don't have mine built, I'm just telling you right now. I don't have the space to actually.
To add, there's some more pictures of LALS, and what's cool about those. What's cool about now I can talk about that one. That one is a brass model of 3751 sitting on the actual side rod of 3751.
Baby, meet mommy.
This is the model sitting on the
And on the actual thing.
And brass models are my passion.
Like this one example. What is this?
That's the Abraham Lincoln funeral train.
That's brass?
That's right. And brass models really are something I really do cherish.
That's
Worth more than my liver.
The San Joaquin Daylight consist, and the consist is complete. It's around 16 feet long. And it's a pain in the butt to run.
Yeah, but it's what makes it worth it.
Where's that?
This is at the Slim Gauge Guild in Pasadena on Raymond.
They're still active?
Yes, they're very much still active. And we meet.
I've been to the one that was in
And-
Balboa Park. I've seen that one. That one's
That one's pretty cool too. This one we meet every Tuesdays from 7 to 10. So if you're ever in the area on a Tuesday, please come by and visit us.
They're in the basement.
This is one of the shots by Will with his GoPro. How many times can you say you watched a steam locomotive run through Burbank all the way up to Acton?
And on your birthday now.
On his birthday.
I was gonna see when I came back.
Man, we have a passion for this steam locomotive.
This is one of my shots I took at Fullerton Days.
This is the Fullerton I've been talking about.
Yeah, this was the last time 3751 was at that event because currently it's going in for its full inspection.
Yeah, it's been over 15 years, so she has to go through her federal inspection to make sure everything's inside's fine. They'll fix her up and then she'll be back running again. We never hide the pony when we go rail fan.
Best princess, you know.
Oh, the Chargers.
The Chargers, Amtrak's newest locomotives, but they're more for like what, the East Coast?
Yeah.
Yeah,
East Coast.
That one's kind of cool.
And this is Disneyland's newest rail car.
They had to cut their budget.
Yeah.
Oh, there's me.
Yeah.
There you are.
This is when they were loading the Disneyland locomotive onto the flatbed. Pinkie Pie.
Oh, there's a picture of.
There's an interesting
There,
story.
okay, I gotta talk about this one. That's the number 15 Shea steam locomotive. It was built in 1912, and it's at Yosemite Sugar Pine Railroad up on Highway 41, and we visit it at least once a year. I got a hold of a brass model of the 15, and then they were kind enough to let me take photos with the actual 15.
If you're up in that area, check it out.
It's a really cool.
I was there, and that was a
There's lots of nature.
That's how they found it too.
This is their other engine, number 10.
The 10 is normally the one running over there.
Next.
There's another good photo of the number 10 that they have at Sugar Pine as well.
They run that more often because
How many times can you say you chased a steam locomotive down the I-10 freeway?
Okay.
We're not going to reveal where, but we are in this photo.
Okay.
You're in the truck, right?
I'll ask the question now. And actually, you know what? We can put that on our list for the end of the panel for the prizes.
That comes later.
Comes later. So pay attention.
But yeah, the I-10 freeway, where there's always a train track there for Metrolink, a steam locomotive went through there. It used to have its annual San Bernardino Rail Days, where it goes through the San Bernardino route to get there. But the best part of that trip is chasing it down the freeway.
It's so cool. It's awesome beyond it too.
Yep.
Like, you see
So what's next? Oh, projects.
That looks like me in a nutshell.
In that photo, were you actually in the red truck?
Moving on.
This project.
Maybe.
We became a part of railroading history. The Union Pacific 4014 Big Boy, known as UP's largest steam locomotive, right now not in operation, UP was brave enough to actually go to the museum and say, hey, can we restore your locomotive? Sure. So they actually hooked our train up back into Cheyenne, Wyoming, but we chased that sucker from, where was it again, West Covina?
We chased it from West Covina. They pulled it out of Pomona. It was in Rail Giants. They pulled it into West Covina. We caught it there. We chased it all the way to Colton. Picked up the chase again 2 weeks later, all the way up to Yermo.
Passing bar stuff.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about the big train. It is the largest articulated locomotive in the world, and they're restoring it. So that's something.
So soon we'll be seeing a big piece of history walking around because this sucker was built for the World War II.
Made specifically to tackle the hobbies.
That's just to show a size comparison. Flutters is right here. Those are its wheels, and that's its body down there. But we were there to witness a piece of railroad history in general. You got the both of us there standing and posing in front of the train itself, and that right down there is my after Genesis model of the 4014 Big Boy.
Sounds like a machine gun. That's of 1941.
And of course, those projects.
Those are my hobby is painting or model railroading and weathering my locomotives and my cars. Those are some cars that I did with weathering pastels, and there's my 9000 series. It's also at Rail Giants that I painted up with some oil-based paint.
I mean, it's okay to run trains that are just like static straight out of the box how they look, but there are people that just want to decorate the trains to be more real life.
Oh yeah, I've seen like some like they had like all their box cars. They had them weathered, even put like graffiti on them.
That's right.
There are people go that far to be accurate.
It's like, wow, this is and it looks like something I would see pulling into Union Station.
These are just examples of what we do. I'm running model trains. We have Chrysalis here, which is up to 90 running trains.
Interconductor outfit.
We've been to past Brony meetups back in the day.
I know, but I'm saying is that like...
They're holding like an empty bottle of juice stuff.
Derpy.
If anybody's got questions for us, feel free to ask.
For someone like I'm digging this, and it's called. I had what's it called? Basically, long story short, I don't know much about trains, but I'm curious to learn, and I had a lot of fun here at this panel. So, what would be like the first thing to do to become more acquainted?
Find us mainly on our Facebook page, the Railroad Bronies, and just go ahead and send us a PM message there, and we'll contact you back.
That and our Twitter.
Another thing too I really suggest is come to one of our events. We always post it on our page. Talk to us. We'll help you out.
And on SoCal Bronies meetups. Look on there too.
Oh,
Ronnie, look in the blue bag in the same pocket.
There. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Any other questions? I believe you had a question.
So it's not as much a question as opposed to more of something I want to tell you guys.
That's okay. Please tell us.
Go for it.
Like right now?
Yeah.
You're welcome to, yes.
Alright, well, honestly, it's more of a, okay, so, how do I put this? Yeah.
We're not going to leave it on top of the projector, it might overheat.
No setting the connection.
No, those are the cone on fire.
Want us to come back to you?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that. Anybody else? Sir, you got a question?
Can you list off all of your favorite locomotives from left to right? Like,
Okay.
We don't have time for that. I can take some.
Just one.
Alright, my number 15 Shay that you saw in the flight show, both the real and the model.
okay.
Mine is the one and only living legend, U3844.
Nice.
Big boy, hands down.
I am the GS4 Daylight.
4449 for life.
4449, there you go.
My favorite is, of course, my steam engine, the Cliche 13. But my second favorite is that little train right there.
Which one? Which one?
Not happy.
This one.
Oh my God.
We'll get back to
We'll get back to
we'll
that.
revisit that one.
There's a little history with the locomotive.
He should know.
You know what they say, ponies in a
I remember that.
This takes it up a notch. But it's just one of the things we do. Go back to the low image.
I know slide.
Just leave the low image. Yeah, just leave it there.
I remember that.
This is what plays Spider-Man.
That's too big to take off the screen.
Go for it.
I've always wanted to ask this to an actual model railroader.
Okay.
It's just that, what do you guys do to afford not only the locomotives, but a fleet of cars for them to pull? Because I go to like a hobby store and I see an HO scale, small locomotive for like the
$70
multiple digit range.
Yeah.
And don't even get me started on the garden scale.
Don't get started on live steam scale.
Seriously. Well, we're all gainfully employed and we work very hard for what we want and how we express our passion for trains, participating in model railroading.
Most of us,
I'm barely scraping by my rent.
we don't get these all together.
Most of us really can't afford said train on the dock. We have to work for it and save up money. Sometimes we have connection with like the hobby store. They're cool with you. They'll save the locomotive for you so you can build up on a layaway something.
Yeah.
It does build up in time, like all the trains. You have to pay a big price tag. But if you just save up and stuff, just work for it and have connections, people will do it. But you can afford it.
Also, if you know people, you know where word of mouth, where the discounts are, where you can get deals. Sometimes this place like Great American Train Show, the dealers from the town.
All those big train
He's got to start it.
If you go to a train show and you want to buy a locomotive,
website is
look up the stock number to it before you buy it, because that'll tell you when it was made and if it's under any kind of warranty. And most trains, most locomotives sold at train stores aren't under warranty at all. So buyer beware. But if you can find a good one, and a dealer that's willing to test it out for you, gives you a receipt, go for it. And another thing to add too regarding train stores is ask about a layaway. They're usually really cool about that sort of thing. They'd be more than happy to offer you.
Yeah, that's how I got my first unit.
That's right.
It was a small little switcher, little ST-1000, but I got it put on layaway. A month later, bam, it's mine.
Smith Brothers in Northridge, they do that.
Yeah.
They were pretty good selection of trains too.
Alright, so right now we're going to take a
small little, we're going to demo off one of the locomotives.
Yeah, we're going to do a demo of our trains, and then we'll do a video premiere, and then we're going to go back to any more questions or anything else. Okay?
Also, just some quick news for Project Update. Me and MechaFly are actually working on a new YouTube series where it involves his love and my love for cars. So if you're interested in cars, feel free to tune into that in a couple of months.
Cars, they're like
Can I actually, maybe you can drive yourself. I'm actually part of another group called Steed Hunters. We are all about ponies and cars.
All right. If anybody has questions, like
Send us a link on Facebook.
You want to join us, got any suggestions or something, message on Twitter or on Facebook. We will be happy to answer and invite you guys to almost anything we do and stuff. Just message us. We're always free to respond to your questions. Don't be afraid.
I'm not on Facebook or Twitter. I would prefer to also have email.
If you guys
You need there, Al?
We do have our RV email, which is also posted, but we do have cards, which we will hand out at the end of the
Okay, we have business cards, so we can give out to you guys after. If you want to contact us later.
Oh, you have one of the high-end ones that actually make noise.
You're gonna have to explain it to us.
Alex! You're gonna have to explain this, people. Oh,
you want to come up and look at it, you can.
Yeah, if you like, please.
no touching. Be mindful of the models. They're very delicate.
Not trophies.
Yeah, so why don't you explain it? Hunter will growl at me. Still do.
They do see everything.
My specific locomotives have this ability to actually come up in the
Yes, that's right. In fact, these locomotives, they're not like standard locomotives you just put on the track and run the regular DC power and they just take off. These locomotives have built-in something called digital sound decoder. They provide realistic digital sound to the model, and they also give you a way to control them visually. Basically, it's a secret built into the engine. It also controls
And actually hooked in through
Hey Maggie. Know about that thing on the
probably just that way, because I mean, you guys would like booster.
I do. Yeah. That was my childhood. Oh yeah. No. Oh yeah, preach it, brother. You guys ever seen James May's Toy Stories?
What?
There was an episode where they took a stretch of now like disassembled track, but the station was still there. Built an age-old model all the way down it from station to station, and had a competition between English and Germans to see how many locomotives we get from one station to another.
German-made models or German engines?
No, like German model railroads with their models, and English model railroads with their individual cars and stuff. They had like one for steam, one for diesel, one for electric, and one for their own design. And the Germans on the latter, I'm not kidding you, they designed a locomotive that ran on sauerkraut. I am being 100% serious on this. Look up James May. Yes, look up James May's Toy Story. Yeah, we can't. It didn't really work. It exploded after like 5 feet.
Now the next thing I'd like to discuss is the different model train scales. Starting with the largest. This is some of the largest commercially available. This is what's called live steam. It runs on 45mm gauge track, and it will run on distilled water and propane.
Actual live steamers that you can ride, like a live steam engine.
Like exactly where you go. But the thing about the live steam engines that I didn't get a chance to mention is that a lot of those are handmade by a guy in a garage with a lathe. Yeah. And some of them are 50 years plus. As long as you take care of them.
Yeah, and they'll be about maybe half a ton or quarter of a ton.
And will cost you as much as a car.
Oh, really?
Or if not more. So starting with here, this would be what's called O-scale. It runs on free rail, alternating current. It's larger. It's close to the best way to describe the scale would be 1/48.
More unique.
Most of them range in like the toy train category. You can see that they're not that well detailed, but they're designed more or less to run. That way the kids can really take a beating on them, and they have all kinds of theories. And some of them Becky's going to demo this one. And some of them have sound units as well.
Some of these locomotives also have, scale electric style chip that allows you to run on the same railroad.
Yes. In fact, that's exactly what I'm locomotives are considered wood, they got lots of detail, and this is what makes the high-end ones, especially high-end brass. States are just That's right. And going back to DC City, digital command control that's built in these locomotives, this is nothing. You can get to the point where you can control these locomotives so that they can go to a train station, park there, make all the appropriate sounds, disembark within a certain time interval, take off with the train full of passengers without having to lift a finger.
say scrap.
We got video.
Hey! Get out!
Get out.
This is the custom-made video that we're preparing for here right now, so.
Here's the thing, he made this, so even we have no idea what's in
None of us
this.
have actually seen
All,
this video.
all I will say is that it is a parody of Jay Harlow's skit from Brownies React.
What did you just do? I'm scared now. I don't know what's in here.
God.
This is your last chance to get out.
Roll it. It's not that this is your last chance to see what one I open. Roll it. Roll it. Roll it.
Roll the clip.
Roll it. Roll it. Roll it.
On with it!
Why would you put trains in the oven?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Why?
There are no tracks in that can.
We'll find out. Oh boy.
Find out on game. Oh yeah, good job. Thanks.
What? Huh? Why would you do that?
This is hilarious.
I know you can make soup in an oven. Yes.
I just like this restaurant music.
It's royalty free.
Okay, Susan.
Oh,
It's like,
There's nothing to say on this.
Sunset, it's actually been a really long time, so how do you feel being back in Russia? Oh, really? That's great. I'm so happy for you. So, what does everybody else think of you coming back to Russia? And it looks like our food is here. I ordered us the finest brownies that I could get. It took a very long time to get, but right here, here comes the treat right for you.
I'm doing that for my dinner. Yeah, I'm doing that for dinner next time.
It took a very long time to get it.
You're not supposed to eat those, Gary.
Damn it.
It's not looking good. Stop looking.
What the hell? Oh my god. You guys are nuts.
Well, at least he's getting his fiber, at least.
So anyway, that's what I want to do.
Phone call!
Hello? Speak to? Yes, how you doing? No, stop. I'm gonna stop you right there. I don't do those silly videos anymore, you see. I have more pocket to do now. Yeah, I don't do any for those silly videos anymore. I'm done with that. Moved on from being a brony. I'm a railroad. Come on, who puts railroad brony? Come on. We need apple sunset. She's already.
What did you do?
You don't get that piece of felony, right?
That's adoption.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh no. What?
Now something completely different.
Oh, I
Very much It's the one where she's
Well, it's easy making things.
I do that myself.
I do that myself.
So, any other last-minute questions?
Do you ride any like live steamers, like live steamers that you can ride, or?
Yeah. Like I said, I'm the member of the Los Angeles Live Steamers. So over at that place, we have the miniature 7.5-inch gauge trains and 4 3/4-inch gauge, 3 and 3.5-inch gauge. Yes.
Yeah, I can't.
No, you missed it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's us.
The next thing, one of the last things that we want to talk about, if we may get your attention, these are some very early concept art of a original comic that we're working on for our Facebook page. It's about us as ponies.
Nice.
Go ahead and go to the first slide. That's
awesome.
That's awesome.
That's me, yours truly.
Alex.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Spats.
They're the founders.
And there's John, Will, and Carla.
That's awesome.
Where's Carlos here in the middle?
That's Garibalde on his live steam engine.
That's cool.
Yeah. And that's Maggie over here. That's her in her conductor outfit. Yes. And that's a drawing of 3751.
These are really awesome
That's
drawings.
actually pretty
This comic is basically going to categorize all the things that don't see. Basically, it does not take place in Equestria. This work is going to take place in a parallel Los Angeles, almost identical to how we know it as now. Only difference is just inhabited by ponies.
I'm very interested in how I look as a pony.
Phillies. If we don't call it Phillies, we call it Phillies.
Oh, Phillies.
Well, to get sued.
Yes.
And why are you going to serve instead of French jet wings?
We'll get to it, but it has to do
Actually,
with
you can't call it Phillies because Draco will sue you. Philly Contagion.
I don't know. You got a French dip and you got a bun with fleur de lis in it.
But we do respectfully. We keep going. Next slide. We're going to have. There's going to be different fantastical parts of our adventures too. It's not just about stuff that we do in real life as a group, but there's also going to be like a real character-driven story element. It's like when we go to different places in the United States. Just made up stuff, but for Spikes. There's a drawing of one of our villains that will appear later
That's
on.
cool.
In the work. Yeah.
Wow.
Like I said, a bit more fantastical.
Ow, the edge.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff has to be going down where he has to be wielding something like that?
We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
He wants to steal the big boy.
Yeah. No. There will be some story-written elements that'll actually even tie in the Equestria world. If you just go to the next slide.
Thank you. Now you just have this image in my head of him just repeatedly slamming his blade onto the big boy's boiler.
And then he dies because the boiler exploded.
Roll credits.
So we look forward to delivery sometime after the winter semester is over, after the winter break is over, when we start working on it. In the meantime, we'll be uploading more concept art like this on our Facebook page. You have a question?
Who draws that?
I drew that.
What?
That's awesome, dude.
He's a cartoonist too.
Yeah.
Just a hobby.
Oh no. I belong to a totally different industry than that. But it's just but yeah.
Ellie's career. Yeah, sorry.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, man. Last minute, we're gonna give some stuff away for the panel heads.
How many stuff do we have to give away?
Okay. Alright. So, question.
Do so.
Inside pocket.
The inside goes back.
Inside pocket on the outside.
Any or bag.
On the outside of the bag. On the outside of the bag. The other side.
Yeah, I volunteer there.
Thank you very much. The barn is actually at Griffith Park, you can actually go there and they have like Walt Disney Springs and stuff.
And right now we have
Hey guys, so I just started any questions to see how much you pay attention to the training.
If you answer it right, you get the free prize. What price is it?
42.
But if you only got one,
Hey, how's the refurbishment going on the
MLP series. What's the name of the episode? Where the steam engine is non-powered.
Sick.
the one that's being pulled by the horses.
Over a barrel.
Oh, you just called it out.
Into the good
You sir, you get
You get gacked.
He gets gacked.
Yeah, it's hard. I'm gonna get you back.
That's why we're watching your reviews.
Well, just give me one. Yeah.
He's giving somebody in case they have.
Yeah,
That was it. What? I like it. Question number 2.
we're watching this.
Question number 2, guys. When did the train appear in the MLP opener?
The funny looking thing, right? The pink one?
Yeah, the one on the fire.
When did they start showing that in the actual opening of the series?
Season 2.
Hands up. Hands up.
right when Twilight jumps out of the bullet and balloon. About 5 seconds into the video.
Yeah, but where?
When in the series?
When did they start showing that in the series?
Oh, in the series.
Because it's not in the original.
Yeah, it's not in season 1.
Season.
Season 2?
Okay. No, it would be season 1.
Season 3.
Season 2.
Season 0.
I got a...
We need Tempest.
I got the builder.
Question number 3.
Okay. What is the name of the engineer for the train?
Hey, Steamer.
Ah, okay.
Because I'm cosplaying Steamer.
Railroad Bronies branded t-shirt.
Oh. You look awesome, by the way. Thank you.
Yes.
Nice.
All right, question number 4.
Oh, now you make me think of one. Okay, I got one. Okay. This will probably be a no-brainer to some of you, but think back during the beginning of the panel. Let me ask you this. Which vehicle on the I-10 freeway do you think is mine?
Oh, we're back to that.
The red one.
Red one is got it.
Oh, it's always the red one.
It's always
Because the red ones go faster.
The only thing we're not going to tell you is how we got to that. How we got
We have to pay money for the past traffic.
how that happened.
We have to pay
CHP
That's classified.
Entirely classified.
That's right.
I hope you enjoy the panel. Talk about it.
You have any more questions? Find us around the mall. We're here all day.
Now I am.
Alright, so it's about a few weeks after EQLA,
couldn't make it, so
and
it's pretty cool to have these cars down here. You know, I've been trying to do this for a while. We tried to do it last year.
as many of you know, during the panel that we had, I said something about me and Mecha Flyer hosting a show called High Octane.
We had our own night of destruction, yeah. So
with that said, right now we are at the Night of Destruction. It's December 2nd.
At 12:30 today.
The voice you hear in the background behind me over me is Little Tom and AC Race Best. So we're going to see some carnage and everything. That's another video that's going to be coming out after this video that you just watched.
And I've raced on the third mile, and that was cool. I want to race down there.
So
but to be here in my division, in my car,
for probably the last Night of Destruction here at Irwindale Speedway in Southern California. Also,
Jason, I want to
BabsCon, we are going there. So if you're going, prepare for that. We got some more stuff that we didn't do at EQLA, so
yeah, I got a lot. You know, I'm in a different car than what like my shirt and
also,
my Euro cards have. But
RB High Octane, and otherwise known as High Octane Garage, which will be airing sometime spring 2017 or 2018. Same thing as 2017 now at this video. So the first episode is going to be rough summary. I'm working on my truck. It's a 1964 Chevrolet C20 pickup. Currently building the engine. It's a 350 short block. I only got one factory period double hump cylinder head. I need another one, and I can't find it. So the first episode is going to be me and Mecha Flyer driving all the way to Sparks, Nevada to Summit Racing just to pick them up in person. Yeah, we could ship them, but you know what?
I'm honored to drive for him. He's a hell of a crew chief.
It's High Octane. What are you going to expect?
Billy qualified third tonight. He's never been on asphalt. If that doesn't tell you what type of crew